Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, is a man who's a 2-time AL MVP, a 7-time All-Star, a 3-time All-MLB first team, 4-time Silver Slugger, AL record for the most home runs in a season with 62.
Jeez.
Currently has 35 homers. He's hitting .355 in 81 RBIs. At one point, he was above 400 on the season. Ladies and gentlemen, Ty Schmidt's dream human, Aaron Judge.
Well said. Well said.
Judge. All rise, gentlemen.
Seriously.
I don't know if you're going to be able to fit. You're a gigantic human being.
Don't worry about it.
Full unit.
Do it.
Yeah. First
He took that
All-Star.
from your locker. Yeah, he took that from your locker last night.
First All-Star nod for the kid.
That's right.
Yeah, this is his first All-Star, so you remember your first time All-Star. This is his first All-Star.
First All-Star.
Yep.
Holy shit, we got to
Huge
lower that a
game.
little bit. Can you put that on? Is that big enough?
Jeez.
Oh, let's go.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
go.
Here we go.
Aaron Judge. Hell yeah.
Ty, is there anything you'd like to say to Aaron here before we get started?
Yeah, I have 2 girls. If I do have a boy, I will be naming him after you. No pressure, but that is
Judge or Aaron?
Aaron. Maybe Aaron Judge Schmit, potentially.
On that note, how does it feel to be the guy? I chit-chatted with him about you, and he talked about how you've really accepted and embraced the role of being the captain of the Yankees, being the face of the pinstripes, which is obviously a big deal to him and to your entire fan base. How has that been, becoming that guy? Because obviously we've seen you for a while. Gigantic human, all rise, we're hitting bombs. You've gone through your entire life publicly, seemingly, at this point. But how does it feel to be the guy in New York?
It's incredible. I wouldn't say I'm the guy. I'm just another guy that's
Which
trying
is
to,
what the guy would say.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I'm just trying to follow, just keep this legacy going. The captains that came before me, especially the last one, Jeter, the way he went about it, the way he played the game, the championships, just staying out of the spotlight, doing everything the right way. I just try to kind of follow his lead and just kind of keep that legacy going. So then when I'm done playing, hopefully someone behind me is kind of taking the next torch. And
yeah, it's an old school mindset. It really is an old school mindset. It feels like baseball has a lot of that inside of it, and we'll certainly ask you about that. You saying not doing a lot of publicity, he was kind of forced to do this one, so we appreciate you. We let people know Aaron Judge was not reaching out to get his face on a camera anymore. Kind of felt obligated to the MLB people because we asked about it for Ty, and also because we've been following you. This year, different. You're over 400 there for a while, and then we're talking about like a varsity player playing against JV. Does it look like a beach ball whenever you're in one of these zones, or what is it about this year, or maybe you just as a hitter as a whole?
It's just trying to get better every year. We had a great season last year. I got all the way to the World Series. We didn't finish the job, but that's where I take the off season, kind of take a couple of weeks to reflect and be like, hey, how can I get better? How can I help the team? What things can I do personally to just kind of take that next level in my development? And we're just working on it. So
what
I
is
try
it?
not
Is
to
it
look at the
seeing
stats.
the ball better, or what is it? Like, how does that work? How do you get better at seeing the ball? How old are you?
33.
You're about to beat Jesus. You make it one more year. Congratulations, and God bless him. But with that being said, how do you seeing the ball better? Is that something, or take me as somebody who never played baseball?
Well,
how does a hitter get better?
Well, I think the cool thing about with the major leagues, like when you're working your way up through the minor leagues, you're in high A, you do well there, they bump you up to double A, and now it's a whole new league, new pitchers, new players. You do well there, triple A. Well, in the big leagues, you're at the top. There's nowhere else to go, so you're seeing the same pitchers over and over and over again. The new guys kind of come up. They might stay there for a little bit. They're gone, but you see the same pitchers over and over. So I feel like just getting a chance to see the same guy and get more at bats, get a feel for it. It's good things are usually going to happen more for the hitter.
How many times behind closed doors have you fist fought Shohei Ohtani?
Not once, man. He's a great guy. Great ambassador for this game. We're gonna get him back though. We'll see him down the road.
No, but you too. I just literally talked to Manfred about this, and I assume he's very grateful for you and all the stars in the league. But you and Shohei and Big Dumper and Scooble and Skeens, all the stars playing well is great for the league. Do you guys feel that for the league? Do you feel the momentum that you guys are kind of a part of right now with the league as a whole?
Yeah, baseball's in a great spot. I feel like just every stadium we go to, it's packed out. Just the publicity a lot of these guys are getting, worldwide. We're having fans all around the world watching this game, celebrating this game. It's something special. So, like you said, when the stars are out there playing their best, it's Good things for the sport, that's for sure. And I got to say also, like, when I work out at the Yankee complex, your guys, this show is on 24/7. Just to let you guys know. So this I wasn't forced to do this when we heard about it. I was like, I couldn't wait to get on here. So it's special.
All
it's
right.
special.
That's awesome. Appreciate you. Go ahead, Ty.
That's awesome. I just got goosebumps.
Yeah. So you guys have heard Ty, I assume. Yeah. All right. Good. That's good.
Obviously, everyone, hitting wise, like it's kind of crazy because I expect you to, if not hit a homer every single game, at least go 2 to 4. So like sometimes, like if you go 0 for 2 with a couple walks, I'm like, Jesus Christ, what's going on with Judgy today? But I've said,
just to act like that.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, this guy gets it. I'll take a bullet for him. I've long said, though, I don't think you get nearly enough credit for how good you are defensively. I mean, just, what was it, Saturday against the Cubs? You rob a PCA home run, you have the shoestring catch, and then, you have the sliding grab to end Rodon's inning, get out there unscathed. How much of it, because obviously, like, everyone's always going to talk about your numbers at the plate. How much do you have to put in defensively, though, to make sure that you're sharp? Because you are a weapon in the outfield.
Yeah, I just never wanted to be a liability out there. I wanted to be a complete player. I know how hard the pitcher's working on the mound, and I don't want to be that guy that, drops the ball, lets the ball fall in, and he's like, come on, man.
Yeah.
I didn't want that look. So I just want to always be a guy that, the ball's hit my direction, my teammates can depend on me. And, talking about earlier what you said about, going 0 for 2 or 2 for 4, I love those expectations. That's one thing that drives me every single day is knowing that, fans are coming to the ballpark, they're turning on the TV, expecting me to go out there and do something great for the team. So it's that pumps me up here and there.
Yeah, you kind of ruined our show there for a while because remember we were just doing the 400 watch.
Yeah,
because you're batting over 400. So if we could fucking, if we could please get back to over 4. D-Bud has a question for you.
Yeah, Aaron, you obviously made the correct choice, but we're in a world now where young kids start to get specialized in sports really early on. You were a phenomenal athlete, I know, on at least the high school level in all different sports. When did you know for sure it was going to be baseball and you're going to go that direction?
I always thought it'd be baseball. I love playing baseball growing up, just a chess match, back and forth, pitcher, hitter, the pitcher, catcher, just everything involved. But I love football growing up, just the mentality you got to have to go out there and just, I'm going to kill this guy in front of me.
Yeah.
Which was,
so much. Put your ass at tackle, though.
No, tight end.
Oh, yeah, 6'7", you're right.
Tight end.
But there is is baseball 6'7"? I mean, I think
O'Neill's
Cruz is as well. Is there like a too tall moment? Like if you get to 6'8", is that too big for baseball?
Well, I think I'm technically 6'8", but I tell people 6'7".
Oh, because of this.
To stay underneath that, yeah, exactly.
Because I assume too tall, how many?
Randy Johnson's the only one I can think of.
Yeah,
Pitch,
how many
pitch,
giants?
you can be as tall as you want.
Yeah, there's not too many.
Your strike zone is gigantic.
Oh, yeah, he gets screwed with the low strikes all the time.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that next time.
Okay, before we go on any further, we're going to see you in some fresh cleats, I believe, at this All-Star game.
Oh, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think this is the debut. I think this is the first time anybody's getting eyes on him except for the team at Jordan or Aaron Judge. Here's the Air Jordan 4 Retro Baseball cleat that he will be debuting and will be available on Wednesday on sale, I believe.
Oh, come on.
So clean.
Size 75. I don't know if anybody else is going to have this size. Those things are beautiful. You're obviously on the Jordan team.
Yeah.
How long has that been, and how cool is that? And how much do you have say in like what you want to kind of wear next? Because these are filthy. Obviously, a classic that everybody loves.
Yeah, this is a classic, especially for the All-Star game. It's cool to kind of bring something out like this. But the Jordan team, they're so great with us every offseason and even during the season. Next couple of weeks, we'll be kind of talking about what we're going to do next year. I've been on the brand since 2023. So it's just a special partnership, man. The love and support they show us every single night is incredible. I want to also hook all you guys up with some fresh Jordans too before we get out of here. So we're going to get that lined up. We'll get all your sizes.
Gloves? We're getting Jordan gloves?
It's my captain.
If you want some gloves, we'll hook up some gloves.
No, is that what you were talking about? What were you talking about?
No, some shoes. We'll get you some shoes. We'll get you some fresh J's. So I know you got some fresh shoes on right now, but we'll get.
This snake died in its sleep, Aaron. Okay, it lived a nice, great life, but I will certainly put some J's on, especially if they're going to be gifted by you. The Jordan team in every sport is obviously such a high rank in everything. All-Star Week, obviously gigantic. You're very comfortable in this setting. What is it like for the new All-Stars? Like whenever you come here and you see what is All-Star Week like as an All-Star for you guys? Is it too much? Is it tiring? Is it exhausting? Do you enjoy it? Is it a waste of time? Like, what is the mindset of most players whenever they come here for this celebration?
Ty, you want to get this one? Or you want
Hey, I'm a first time.
Ty's first time.
Yeah,
he hasn't experienced it.
I can't wait to chop it up with you in the clubhouse later.
No, honestly, I think, I go back to my first one in 2017 in Miami. It was just, for me, it was amazing to see a lot of the players that I looked up to. Buster Posey was one of them, and I'm stepping in for my first at-bat in my first All-Star game, and I got Buster Posey for the San Francisco Giants calling pitches against me where I watched as a kid, rooting them on TV. So I think that's probably the coolest thing is just getting a chance to interact with some guys you usually don't get to see, pick their brain a little bit, come out here, celebrate the game. I love what they're doing now, having the draft here, have everything here. I think it just brings more excitement to this, special day.
Yeah, it makes it a big hub. We get a chance to experience it in football. The Super Bowl will do their thing. And then for college football, the playoffs have kind of become that. In the NBA, All-Star Week is when everybody kind of comes. Feels the same right now. I don't know if it's always been like this. You said it's pretty new. But draft into this press conference, into the home run derby and everything, it's taken over the conversation. We're lucky to be here. Boston Red Sox fan, Boston Connor has a question for you.
Yeah, Aaron, thank you for leading with that, Pex. That's what I want to ask about. Something that I love about baseball and just sports in general is just hate. I love the hate that teams have for each other, and the best rivalry in sports, it feels like across the board is, Sox-Yankees, or at least it was. As of recent, the Sox haven't been good when the Yankees are good, and then, the Yankees haven't been good when the Sox are good. Right now, it's kind of hitting its stride here where the Sox are getting good again. Do you think it's still possible to have very passionate, throwback rivalries like the Red Sox and the Yankees used to have, or do you think at this point now, because of all the access, because everyone's friendly with each other, much closer, that it's almost we're past the era of Veritek and A-Rod and those guys, and now like the Red Sox, Yankees rivalry and just rivalries in general are kind of going into a different stratosphere when it comes to that stuff?
No, I think it's still there. I think there's a level of respect that we have for everybody, especially when we go to Fenway and we step in that historic ballpark and, playing against those guys. I got a certain level of respect for them, but I also, can't wait to, beat them every single game I can.
Yeah.
So, especially you hear from the fans are yelling at you. They're saying some things we can't say on here, I don't think. And
in Boston, of course. We know what they're saying. We just heard it everywhere. I've never heard it as much, but I know what you're saying. Yeah, absolutely.
But it's fun. I enjoy it. I think we might get to that point there might be some times where maybe a couple guys throw inside, maybe we throw inside, we kind of see what happens. Yeah. But it's I don't know, it might be good for the game, but we'll see, man. I got so much respect for those guys. I think they kind of feel the same, so we just try to go out there and just put on a good show and kind of leave it all on the field.
On that note of throwing inside, Tone has a question for you.
Yeah, I do. And throwing inside, and Ty talked about it throwing low earlier in the low strike call. And you talked about getting better each year. How do you feel? Like, how do you deal with now in this point of your career, like just getting pitched around a ton? Can you tell at the beginning of the at bat that you're going to be pitched around, or do you like, hey, I'm not going to get a pitch to hit this at bat, or can you tell when like, hey, they're not going to give you anything?
Usually have a feeling, but I try just to block that out because there might be one slip up or one mistake they make, and that might be the only pitch I see.
It might steal a dinger here. Yeah, it might steal a dong shot.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you just try to stay locked in. You kind of have a feeling. I think I get most upset when they're pitching around me and the umpire back here is like, come on, buddy. That's not
we're seeing the same thing.
How do you feel about the not robotic strike zone?
ABS.
The ABS. Manfred told us, please don't say robot.
Yeah, he did.
Okay, I take exception with you saying robot. It's a system that we have crafted over the years. How do you feel about that? Hitters love it. Pitchers hate it. Is that a good read?
Yeah, a little bit. I think it's just new. So it's just new. Anything that's new, people are going to kind of have their opinions, kind of hate on a little bit. But I still love the human element of the game. That's kind of been my thing growing up. I don't know if it's old school or not, but I just love having the umpire back there, the human feel. But I know it's coming. It's coming the next couple of years, so we just got to get used to it.
So are you allowed to – I don't know the rules. Please, bear with me. They're throwing outside on you, okay with getting a walk, maybe steal a couple strikes, though. Can you step into that thing and hit that? Like, you're not allowed to cross home plate there?
Oh, you can do whatever you want as long as you stay in that little batter's box. We're good.
So you can go all the way out to the edge of that.
Oh,
you cannot leave that going forward. Because if you were to take somebody who's trying to take you out,
Step on the plate.
that would be highlight of the century if you did. I'm not saying you should do that. Don't change anything, Jesus, especially for me. But know that if you did do that, big pop out of me at my house.
Sure.
With that being said, thank you so much for stopping by. Congrats on the new shoes. Congrats on another All-Star bid. Congrats on another phenomenal year. And thanks for representing the Yankees so well, because this guy's happy as hell every time he sees you.
Without a doubt. Are you excited to watch Jazz tonight at Derby?
I can't wait. He's going to put on a show. He's an entertainer, and he's one of the.
Are you going to be on the field?
We miss you, Jazz.
I'll be out there.
Certainly.
Yeah. Hey, come on.
Yep.
Miss you,
We
Jazz.
appreciate you. We continue on YouTube, ESPN Plus, Disney Plus, TikTok Live. Also, the press conference I will be hosting. We'll be live at 2 o'clock here and on MLB Network. We'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye. Okay, we're still digital. Don't say anything that you wouldn't want to say. You understand what I'm saying?
To your grandma.
Do you understand what I'm
It's the
saying?
captain.
People are still listening, Captain. Okay? I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it for Ty. Every time you guys go into a slump, this guy's getting closer and closer to driving into traffic. Okay? So when these slumps happen, long season, what is it that gets you guys out of it? What, can you feel it when you're in it? Is everybody actually from the baseball movies I watch? Are we changing our underwear? Are we doing is that type of shit happening? What happens in modern baseball that kind of to get out of a slump, or do you feel like when you're going into one for teams, not players, but teams as a whole?
For teams as a whole,
Because Ty is thinking about jumping off cliffs. You need to know that is what's happening.
I don't believe that. He's a true Yankee fan. He rides and dies with us. He
Yes,
knows-
die. That's the second part. That's what I'm
Die.
talking about. Aaron, you are repeating what I'm saying. Yes.
You know, we play every single day. So you kind of are just so focused on today, and all of a sudden you look up and it's like, hey, we lost 5 in a row, and we'll just you got to change something up. I think it's more of a joke. We'll kind of hey, we got to switch things up here, try to do something fun, just kind of get our mind off of the fact we just got our butts kicked for 3 games against the Red Sox. So we got to switch it up here. So,
You guys, your mental toughness for dealing with failure is crazy. It's nothing like any other sport. So I have so much respect for it, and obviously I respect the hell out of you. Sick.
Yeah, the T-shirt.
Yeah, the
Underneath.
accessories.
T-shirt jacket, the fucking you should see the ring. Did you see
ring.
the ring too? I mean, the whole thing.
The ring's
This guy-
filthy.
Baseball, we
that's
forget.
my wife.
Yeah.
That's my wife.
Great taste.
Yep.
Great taste. You're the man. Thank you so much for the hospitality. We'll see you tonight, I think.
Can't
Hell
wait.
yeah.
I think we're doing the intros for everybody.
Oh boy. That's gonna be no. It's great. I'm excited.
Mr. Captain, I would respect a little bit of a better response. We should have a good time. We appreciate you.